Hello and welcome back to another episode of Shattered Dice Plays The Hunters 1492, and in this episode, our first non-tutorial episode, so we are flying by ourselves now. We have no one to hold our hands. So I put up a poll asking you guys to make a decision for us based on a mysterious individual who approached us in a tavern by the name of Peter, and he asked us to go to the Ginger Foxtail Inn and smash the place up to get some protection money from him. Now, a rather worrying 67% of you voted that we should smash up this poor, innocent man's business and ruin the prospects of his children's future. So I take no pleasure in this. I certainly won't be happily rummaging through his pockets and taking all of his silver and stealing everything that isn't nailed down. This is all on you guys. I absolve myself of all responsibility. I would never want to do this. This poor man, this poor innkeeper here. Look at how innocent and friendly he is. So let's give Peter our answer, shall we? So we say, all right, we'll take care of it, and then we're instructed to turn to 44.02. So 44.02, you enter a cosy and cool inn filled with the smell of cabbage, lard and wine. You lean against the counter, behind which the moustached innkeeper is polishing beer mugs to pass the time. A few people are sitting by the tables in the dimly lit room. Okay, we actually have another choice now. So we can either A, you plan to do exactly what Peter expects of you, or B, you should be able to make some coin out of it. Right, well, I would like to make coin, but you guys voted to go with Peter. So we're going to go with A, because I think that's what you guys wanted to see. You want to see us smash up this poor, innocent tavern. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to 44.03. Innkeeper, it's your unlucky day. You kick the closest table, take out your clubs, and start demolishing the place. Resolve quest 40. Okay, so deployment, we have the innkeeper, who is here in space number 1, and we use the leader enemy character for him, which I actually had to look this up because it seems like maybe there's a bit of a typo. Whenever it refers to the leader, we use this chief character, so the innkeeper is pretty tough, but when we are playing with only 2 characters, he begins with 6 wounds on him, so he only has 6 health. And then we have to set up 4 times furniture for destruction, represented by quest tokens 1 to 4. So we need our quest tokens, which I have here. And then we have our quest goals. Your quest goal is to destroy the interior, all quest tokens, and move at least half of the heroes off the board through the marked edges by the end of round 8. With 2 heroes, it is enough to destroy quest tokens 1 and 2. Okay, so since there's only 2 of us, we only have to destroy 2 quest tokens. With 3 heroes, it's enough to destroy quest tokens 1 to 3. Special rules. In order to destroy a piece of furniture, a hero must perform 1 interact action and take the proper quest token from the board. This action can be performed even by an engaged hero, but their enemy performs a penalty attack as if the hero was performing a parting leap. Okay, so we'll get attacked if we do it with enemies now space. In round 3, new enemies appear on the board. Deploy 4 times bandits on space 1, 2 if there's only 2 heroes. Then in rounds 5 and 7, the following enemies appear on space 2. 2 times crossbowmen, or 1 crossbowman for 2 heroes, and 2 times bandits, 1 for 2 heroes. Right, so we're going to have more enemies reinforce. At any time, there can be up to 6 bandits and 4 crossbowmen on the board. If the number would exceed, deploy less enemies. And then that's everything set up and ready to go. So I think we're just going to get right into it and start smashing up this tavern. So let's give our decks a quick shuffle. So Friedrich 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Wilhelm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's take a look at our perceptions. Oops. So the chief, or the leader, has a perception of 2, so he's going to be going first. And then we are both still at 0 perception. So we will draw a card for our innkeeper. Okay, so he's 2 spaces away. So he's going to move 2 towards the heroes and then use parry. So parry, you can see on his card here. The opponent cannot perform any reactions. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, maybe this isn't going to be as easy as I thought if he's straight on us. So he's going to move 2, and then he doesn't attack us, but he uses his parry ability. So we are going to start with Friedrich, and let's see what he's got. Okay, cool. So he is going to use this anatomy card to heal Wilhelm for 2 damage, putting Wilhelm up to 4 health. And then he is going to use bandage to heal himself for 1 health. And that's Friedrich done. So Wilhelm. Okay, what's Wilhelm got? Okay, Wilhelm is gonna go at the innkeeper, I think. So it's very unfortunate that we can't use any reactions. So we're going to use Flurry of Blows. Now we are using Wilhelm's newly acquired longsword, which rolls 3 dice and it gets +1 to its accuracy. So we need to roll 3 or less for hits here. Okay, so we get a 3 and 2 4s, so not the best results. But he's got a strength of 2. And unfortunately the innkeeper has a defense of 4, which means that actually doesn't do anything with that first hit. Okay, so we do have a second attack, and hopefully we can get something a bit better this time. Oh, that's terrible. That's nothing at all. So with his first action, Wilhelm completely fails to harm the innkeeper. Okay, so I think we'll use Pummel next, because we get an extra die if he has no wounds on him. Now, it does say he starts with wounds on him, these 6 wounds, but they don't count. It's basically reducing the health for the kind of scaling for the number of heroes played. So we do get that extra die. Okay, we need 3s. Oh, wow, that's pretty good, because we've got 2 1s, which means we get to add 2 more hits using the critical hit rule, or the golden rule. Okay, and that one's a miss, but we get another 1. So we get to add another die. So we've actually used all the dice, so we'll just re-roll one of these. Okay, that was a miss. So now that is actually a pretty good result. We've got 3, and then his strength of 4 5. So that does 1 damage to the innkeeper. And that is Wilhelm done. So we will draw 2 new cards for Wilhelm. So we have Protecting the Group, and we have Precise Blow. And then Friedrich gets Bandage and Left Swing. We go on to the next round. Okay, we're going to have to... Yeah, this isn't as easy as I thought. I suppose we could just run from the innkeeper. That might be he's actually a hell of a lot tougher than we thought he was. He's obviously some grizzled veteran, and we didn't quite realise who we were messing with. So once again, the innkeeper is going to get to go first. So he's at range 0, so it's an attack 2 and it's area of effect. Oh wow, he has 4 strength and rolls 3 dice. So this is going to hit both characters. And I think you just roll once and apply it to both. I don't think you roll individually. I might have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure this is how it works. Oh dear. Oh, it was an attack 2. So we're really lucky there, because all of those miss. But he does have 4 strength, and his parry is no longer in effect, so we might need Wilhelm to... we might need to use our reactions here. Okay, so... Friedrich is going to use this left swing, cancel 1 damage suffered by you or an ally on your space or an adjacent space. So he's going to cancel 1 point of the damage, because that is a whopping attack that does 4 damage to Friedrich as he has no armour. So that's going to reduce it to 3 damage, dropping him straight down to 1 health. Wilhelm fortunately has his Brigandine, so he gets 2 defense against that strength 4 attack. And he is dropped to 2 health. So we'll go with Friedrich next. No, he's going to use Run for the Wounded. And he's going to heal 1 on himself. He's not going to move, because if he moves, he is going to be attacked. So he's just going to heal himself 1. Then he's going to use his stimulants to give Wilhelm a better chance of damaging him. Okay, then what can Wilhelm do? So he's going to use Draw Attention to perform this attack too. But he is also going to use Protecting the Group, so he gets +2 dice if his ally is in his space. So this will be a 5 dice attack. And to hit, he needs a 2, plus the 1 accuracy from his longsword, plus the 1 accuracy from the stimulant. So he needs 4s to hit. And that's not too bad. So these 2 miss. We do roll a 1, which allows us to roll an extra die, which gets us a 2. So we have 4 successes there. And his strength adds 2 to it, so that is a strength of 6 versus the defense of the innkeeper of 4. So we do 2 more damage to the innkeeper. And then we're going to use Draw Attention. But we do have Precise Blow, which we can use to re-roll a dice during the attack. Okay, so I think we're going to play that reaction. So now it's just a 3 dice attack. Oh, that's a fantastic roll. Yeah, so unfortunately that is kind of wasted. But we get to add 2 more dice. Oh, wow. Wow. That was a very good roll by Wilhelm. So he gets his 2 strength plus 5 hits. So that's 7, which means we do 3 more damage to the innkeeper. So we actually finish him off. Yeah, that was a very good roll. So poor Hans the innkeeper collapses as we pillage and plunder his tavern, and his last thoughts are of his children's dream, learning to become innkeepers themselves, and that's a dream that will now it will never come true, because you all wanted to smash up his tavern. How awful you must all feel. Okay, and that is going to be the end of the turn. So we have to draw 4 cards for Wilhelm, and then 3 for Friedrich. And then we go on to round 3. Okay, so on round 3, this is where our bandits appear. So 2 bandits appear in space number 1, which is up here. And the bandits have a perception of 0, so fortunately for us, we get to go first. Now, since Wilhelm is wearing this Brigandine, that gives him -1 to his perception. I don't know if it actually affects this ordering, but I'm going to say it does. I'm going to say Wilhelm can't go before the bandits. So we're going to start with Friedrich, and then it'll be the bandits, then it'll be Wilhelm. So what has Friedrich got? Okay, Friedrich is going to get this token destroyed, I think. That's actually pretty handy, that rubble. So he can move or parting leap one space, and then he hides. So Friedrich's going to move into there and become hidden. And then he is going to have to throw a second card to use the interact action. He'll throw this left swing. And that allows him to destroy this this table here, I guess. So give these a shuffle, and we'll see what the bandits do. Let's pick this one. Okay, so they're going to move one space. Oh, nope, they can't attack. So they're going to move two spaces. So unfortunately, these bandits get into the space with token 1. Oh, I've just realised the bandits are crossing difficult terrain. So actually, even though it says they move 2, they will stop as soon as they cross that border. And it's only one action, it's not 2 separate move actions. So they are actually stuck there, which is a little bit better for us. Okay, we're going to use Assault for its move value. He's going to move to there. And then his second action, we're going to use Precise Blow and use it for standard movement to move one more space. And then we move on to round 4. So we need 2 more cards for Wilhelm. So we get Positioning and we get Assault. And for Friedrich, we get Decoction of Reversal and another Stimulant. Okay, so once again, Friedrich is going to go first. Well, he's nicely hidden here, but Wilhelm is going to move out of line of sight soon. And that means basically he's no longer going to be able to hide. I think we're going to heal 2 using these 2 cards from him. Oh, he should have been down on 1 health, shouldn't he? Yeah, so he'd be on 3 health now. And then it's the bandits' turn, so we'll draw their next card. Oops. That's a 1+ space away. So they're going to move 2 again. So they're going to do the same thing again. But once again, they are crossing difficult terrain. So they stop there, which is unfortunate for us, as they are now in the space that we need to be in. Okay, so what can Wilhelm do? Okay, Wilhelm might need to tank a bit of damage here. So he's going to use Advance to move 1 space. And he gains +1 offense token if any enemy is on adjacent space. So Wilhelm gains an offense token. That we will use protecting the group. And he's going to attack these bandits. So it's an attack 2 plus his 1 accuracy for his longsword. So he needs 3s or less to hit. And those are 2 misses, but he does get a 1. So we get to add another dice. And it's a 2. Okay, plus his strength value of 2 is a total of 4. And the bandits have a defense of 2. So 1 bandit takes 2 damage. So we'll put it next to this blue one here. And then that is the end of that turn. So we draw back up to 5. 1, 2. And 1, 2. And the round marker moves up. And now we're on round 5. So on round 5, a crossbowman appears in space 2, and a bandit also appears in space 2. And then as we can see here, the crossbowmen have a perception of 2, so they will be going first. So Friedrich is unfortunately, because Wilhelm is now out of line of sight, Friedrich cannot remain hidden. Fortunately, he is in cover, which means attacks against him from ranged weapons will be at -1 to their accuracy. So this crossbowman will attack Friedrich. Okay, so he's at range 1. Move 1 space away from the enemy. Okay. Or the hero in this case. So I suppose he'll move 1 to there. And then he's going to attack. And he needs a 2, but he's got so he needs 3s to hit. Let's see what reactions we've got. Okay, Friedrich is going to use his disabling infusion, so it's another -1 to this crossbowman's accuracy. So the crossbowman needs 4s to hit. And it's a 2 dice attack, and he has an agility of 1. So, oh, great. Oh wait, no. I said that the wrong way round, didn't I? Huh. He doesn't need 4s to hit. That would be improving his accuracy. No, he normally needs 2s, but he's got -1, so he needs 1s. So the only way he can hit... So I didn't actually even need to use that. But I did, so... so these actually both miss. And it is only 1 damage to Friedrich, dropping him to 2 health. Okay, and then it's Friedrich's turn. So now technically, we just need to escape. Well, Wilhelm needs to smash this furniture, but we're going to have Friedrich escape, so as long as Wilhelm survives, we can do this, because this is actually... I did think this was going to be easy, but it's actually quite difficult. So we're just going to throw 2 of Friedrich's cards for movement. So he moves 1 to here, with his first card, and then his second card, we'll just throw this stimulant. He's going to move off the board, but... Oh no, he needs a parting leap. But luckily he does have run for the wounded. Yeah, so he can heal 1 to himself and then use a parting leap to run. So he heals 1 and he's going to run off the board. But this bandit will get to make a penalty attack against him. So he rolls 2 dice and he needs 3s to hit. And with a 5 and a 2, that's 1 hit plus his strength, so he does 2 damage to Friedrich, dropping Friedrich to 1 health, but Friedrich then does escape from the board. Okay, now it's the bandit's turn. So, we'll start with this bandit down here. So he's a lot of spaces away. So he's going to move 1 and gain a defense token. And then these 2 bandits up here are both going to use an attack 3. Okay, so against this first attack, Wilhelm is going to use this +1 defense. So they need 3s to hit him. Oh, he fails with both. And, well, plus his Brigandine, Wilhelm blocks all of that damage. And then the second one will attack with a 3 and a 6. That's 1 hit plus the strength bonus, that's 2, but the Brigandine has 2 defense, so it doesn't hurt Wilhelm, thankfully. And then it's Wilhelm's turn. He's going to use Flurry of Blows first. And he's going to spend his offense token. So he's going to get to make 2 attacks. So with his first attack, his offense token will give him +1 to his accuracy. So it becomes an attack 3. And he rolls 3 dice. Wow, that's a good roll. So he gets 2 1s. And he gets to add 2 more dice to the attack. Nice. So that's... I should have said which one I was targeting. It was going to be the weaker one, because obviously it's better for me to kill one of them. Oh, which is a shame, because I could have probably killed either of them with this. But that's 4, plus his strength of 2, which is 6. So take away the bandit's defense of 2, it does 4 damage to this bandit. And kills him. Then the second attack, which does not have the offense token bonus, so he needs 2s to hit. It's still not bad though. He gets a 1, so we add another die to the attack. That's a 5. So unfortunately that is only 4, which means we do 2 damage to the other bandits. Now we could try and kill him. Let's see what we've got. We haven't got any decent reactions. I think we're just going to throw a card and destroy the furniture. So we'll throw away Pummel, but he does get to make a counter attack. So he needs 3s to hit. He gets a 1 and a 6, so he gets to add another die. Okay. So he gets 1, 2, plus his strength, 3 damage. So he does 1 damage to Wilhelm. But Wilhelm survives, so he destroys that furniture. Now, I don't think that's the immediate end. I think we carry on until Wilhelm gets knocked out or escapes. So we draw back up to 5 cards. Thankfully, Friedrich has escaped, so nothing new spawns on the board this turn. And we go back round to the crossbowman. So the crossbowman, he's more than 2 spaces away, and he can't, he doesn't move. That's lucky for us, but he does get 2 defense tokens. And then it's the bandit's turn. So we'll have to shuffle these again. Okay, so this guy's going to move 2, so he goes 1, 2. I don't think when they move diagonally it counts as crossing these. I think he can move like that. And then this last bandit up here, he is going to attack for 2. Do we have anything that can help us? Not really. Okay, so he makes his 2 dice attack. And with a 2 and a 3, he hits with 1, plus his strength bonus. So it's 2 damage, but the Brigandine protects us. And then it's on to Wilhelm's turn. We're going to discard positioning, and we're going to discard precise blows, and use those both for standard movements. So we move 1 to there, but we take an opportunity attack. So we need 3s. He gets a 1. But that's a 6. So he gets 1 success plus his strength of 1. So our armour thankfully blocks that. And then the second card we discarded lets us move to here. So we move on to the next round. And we draw 2 cards, or last 2 cards for Wilhelm. So in round 7, we have a crossbowman spawns down here, and a bandit. So we start with the crossbowman. Okay, he's going to move 2 spaces. So he will, I suppose, he'll be crossing a border either way. So he'll move to there, and then he'll go 1, 2. And that's the crossbowman done. And then the bandits will go next. Okay, so we get lucky here, because the bandits are going to move 1 space and gain a defense token. So he'll move to there, he'll move to there, and he will move to there. And they would all gain defense tokens, but there's not much point putting them on the board, because Wilhelm is just going to throw one of these cards for a standard movement and escape. The innkeeper and his lackeys lie among broken tables and smashed furniture, face down in pools of spilled wine. Cups and cutlery are scattered about the floor. People gathered outside are beginning to trickle in. No one looks friendly. You retreat to the darkest, filthiest alley you can find. The job is done. Peter should be satisfied. Okay, each hero gains 4 XP and 2 ducats. Nice. So we got a little bit of loot there, and then we place S072 face up on location 4. So we'll do that in a minute. Let's do our experience and get our money first. So each hero gains 2 ducats. For two for Friedrich, 2 for Wilhelm, and we each gain 4 experience. So Friedrich is now on 10 XP. And Wilhelm is on 11 XP. So that's the end of the quest phase. So next we will be going back to our overworld map and we will be seeing what is happening there. And we have that card to place on the board, which is, I guess, a continuation of this story. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.